Today we're going someplace called the center of the world. I don't know, it's in the middle of the desert, like literally in the middle of the desert. And I guess it's like the history of the planet in Granite. It should be interesting. We've driven by it a million times, but we've never gone, so we're excited to try it today. It's really windy today, so I hope that doesn't get in the way of the experience. But let's see how this goes. We have been camping out at the Yuma sand dunes all by ourselves for 2 weeks, and it is beautiful here. The sunrises and sunsets are magical, and just being by yourself in this really untouched nature is amazing. The history of the world in Granite is in Felicity, Arizona, and was created initially as a town for the founder's wife. That is true love right there. Admission is $3 once for the season and $2 extra for the guided tour, which we highly recommend. That was worth the money. Are you excited to go to the history of the world in Granite?
This is a long time coming. It's been almost 2 years that we've passed by this roadside attraction, and I've been neglected the fun of experiencing it. If we look around, we can see church on the hill, pyramid, and another building over here. We get to tour all 4 sections of this museum. It's a guided tour, so let's do it. As part of the guided tour, you get to enter into the pyramid and have a tour guide tell you a little bit about the history of the museum.
Then in 1985, he took the children's book to the Imperial County of California so he could get the name passed legally for the museum. So Mr. Russo asked the Board of Supervisors to read the children's book, and he told them that in writing the book, it gave him ideas for a museum that he would like to open. And he wants to call it the official center of the world, History in Granite Museum.
As a part of the guided tour, you get to make a wish in the pyramid and receive a certificate. This literally is the history of the world in Granite. But it's interesting, it's fascinating. So this whole place, this area here is all dedicated to the different scholars, and then as you go on, it's dedicated to the history of the United States, the history of California, the history of Arizona, the history of humanity, the history of animals, the history of evolution, and a war memorial. And then there's a little church at the front. And these mountains behind the church are called the Chocolate Mountains. So this whole place was put together as, it started from the founder wrote a children's book. So anyhow, let's have a look. It's neat. It's kind of fun.
history of the world section. It's preserved here on Granite. So, I guess if there's a nuclear war, this will remain. This will be the history of the world.
The tour guide told us that this area is a maze and you can buy a plaque and you can dedicate it to anyone. It doesn't matter if they're living or they're dead, you can dedicate it to anyone for only $108. So those of you that know, 108 is a magical number in all of history. So that was kind of cool. I mean, she didn't say that, but I knew that from teaching yoga. So here we are in the maze. Let's see if we can get out.